Welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. My day is going to be dependent on how I play this front nine here at Caesars Ford. We are going to be playing Caesars Ford's front nine, a mixture of the tee pads. We're going to be playing it with the brand new Scorch Flame Scorch. Discraft was nice enough to send this over, so shout out to Discraft. Gotta love those guys. This is the stock run. I know there was a lot of limited releases. I think there were even some with the wrong artwork or they had to redo it, but this is what we are getting. They are saying that this domey run adds a touch of glide while maintaining the high-speed turn and dependable fade that define the Scorch's flight. These are coming out August 1st, so they're already out by the time you're seeing this video, so be sure to go check them out. Hopefully there's still some available if you're really looking for one. If you don't really know what I'm talking about, Discraft is doing this new thing where they call it the FuZed line, and they're basically fusing two plastics together in order to get this really cool pattern on the rim. And it seems like with the buzz saws, which is almost the same thing, just a saw pattern on the buzz, these seem to come out a little bit more stable. So I'm curious if that's what happened with the Scorches. This course will open up on this front nine, and when it does, we have the Tour Series Z Swirl Scorch, and we also have a first run Z Scorch that will be able to compare to the FuZed line Scorch Flame. You can feel these flames on the bottom of the rim. I don't know if you can hear this. That's my fingernail gliding along those flames. If you have a buzzsaw, kind of the same thing, you can also feel the saw pattern in these. That's probably enough talking, so let's hop into this. Bear with me, hole one is short, 280, downhill, dead straight. I'm just gonna go with the buzzsaw here right at it. I have always been a big fan of the Scorch. As soon as I tried it, kind of fell in love with it. It's an effortless distance driver in my opinion. It is just so easy to get up to flat and getting an S-turn out of it. If you have a bigger arm than the Scorch, might be a roller for you. Oh, get up. You can hear the heartbeat on this thing. It is quite domey, but here we go, the moment of truth. Hole two, it's about 400 feet. They call it a par four. Basket's a little left in the center of the fairway. I'm looking to throw a really straight shot that hopefully fades a bit left at the end. I would typically throw a Scorch on a little hyzer, let it flip up. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do with this and see what happens. Oh my gosh. Holy beef. I always thought the best ones were these first runs. Didn't quite get it all the way to flat, but there was definitely a subtle flip there that we didn't see out of the Scorch Flame. It wasn't a great throw by any means, but from that, it looks like it's gonna be fairly stable. The next hole opens up even more, and I'll be able to throw it a bit harder, and we'll see if we get the same result. But even the ground play it had, huge skip at the end, and that probably has to do with the convex rim shape of it. That should be money. Hole three says it's in C, which is gonna be down by the creek. There's an opening on the right, so you have to get far enough down there. I'd say it's 350 from here maybe, and then you're pitching down this little hill in order to get to the basket. Feeling a little wind right now. Feels like a headwind coming through. Based on that shot, I'm gonna try to throw this flatter. Yeah, I just clipped those, but wow, just straight. That was a bit better because I actually got a forward push instead of it just dumping out left, but that's because I got it flatter. You can see how much more glidey that is. Put on a little hyzer, flips up, it almost starts to push right. And that was thrown a little flatter. There's some turn in that before the fade. Those last two are what I'm used to. Just a subtle flip maybe a little rocking turn in there before fading out. And then the Scorch Flame is just dead straight with kind of a hard finish on the end. It's also easy to tell just based on the distance. The Scorch Flame coming up the shortest, and then I have the Tour Series that's about 30 feet farther. And then the first run, my personal favorite, is about 70, almost 80 feet farther. I think those have the most glide, at least for my arm speed. I overestimated the first run. I would say it was about 50 feet farther than the Scorch Flame. Hole 4, I think the long pad, the golds, makes most sense. Basket is up the giant hill, straight ahead. It's about 500 feet is what the T sign is saying. I'm trying to throw one as straight as I possibly can through this gap. Of course, we're going with the Scorch Flame first. I even got that out on a little Annie. Gosh, that thing fades hard. I do tend to throw a bit nose up as well, so that's not going to help us out. But my goodness. I mean, what a difference. What a good kick as well. That's money. I don't want to say I hate it, but when you've thrown so many Scorches and they all fly pretty similar, and then you go to something like this, you're going to be shocked. If I put multiple Scorches in the bag and I really loved the feel of them and I wanted different stabilities, I kind of love it for that aspect, because then I have a run that I can resort to that I'll know is going to be overstable. But if you're only in for it because it looks cool and you love Scorches, you're like, oh yeah, I'm going to buy one, you're going to be shocked. And it's not going to fly like a normal Scorch. Keep in mind, I'm only speaking on my personal experience with Scorches, so it might be normal for you guys to have found some overstable Scorches and you think that's the normal flight. This one's going to be right up your alley then. Oh, that is good. If you're enjoying this video right now, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. We hit 8,000 last week. Shout out you guys. Thank you so much for all the continued support. Cannot do it without you guys. I can set these milestones all I want. I can post as many videos as I want, but we'll never get to the goals if you guys aren't helping me out. So it's all of you guys keeping me going, so thank you. I think I can get away with throwing the Scorch here from the blue pad. It's only 252, but a light Scorch that fades over there will be perfect. Oh, that ain't gonna work unless it skips hard. Just gotta throw the buzzsaw. A little high, yep. I will say with the Scorch Flame, you might get a little bit more control with it. It's gonna be more consistent with its fade. I have had Scorches in the past kind of get away from me where I don't hit that good angle, even on 2 over there. I didn't quite put it on enough angle, and so I turned it over a little too much. Well, with the Scorch Flame, if you put it out flat or a little bit of Annie, you know what it's gonna do, and you know it's gonna start working out. So there is some benefit of that extra stability to it. On 6, I'm gonna play the blue pad. We're looking at 537. Let's see how far I can throw this thing. But it's quick. It comes out quick. Yep, there you go, right there. Just didn't quite get the height right, so it wasn't able to actually flex out. I think that one's gonna be better. I always felt like the Tour Series was just a touch more stable than the first runs, which makes them a little easier to control as well. So far, what do you guys think? Are there any thoughts rolling through your head like, hey, I definitely want to buy this, or maybe it's not for me? Have you already thrown one? Let me know down in the comments. The basket's maybe 50 feet behind this big center tree, so I'm going buzzsaw here. I'm gonna try to spike it in. I think that might be good because I got so much height on it. Maybe a little deep left. That was pure. Hole 7's just a little doinker uphill, but that doesn't mean it's not scary, because if you hit first available, you roll right back down. A lot of times you can find bogey on this hole, but we're playing the blue pads, so we got 216 to it. Going buzz. Wow, I thought that was pure. Didn't turn it. Good catch. That just pulled it right in. Par 5, I don't know the pin location, but it's going to be about 900 feet. The first 2 shots are 2 full shots. Little tailwind right now. Oh, I just didn't get it on the Annie. That tailwind as well is stabling them up. That's the first run, and I didn't get any turn. Pretty awesome. Gosh, I love that. I'm gonna try to throw this thing pretty flat, straight out in front of me, and it should fade into the gap. Yep, that's money. And that should kind of skip as well. Last hole of the video, 390 feet. They call it a par 4. I'm gonna try to go right up the gut here. There is an OB road that you have to go over, or you land short of it and then you pitch over. Basket should sit kind of left of us right now. Well, I can't lie to you. That wasn't my line, but that worked out. All right, guys, that is going to do it for my FuZed line Scorch review or first impressions video. Pretty overstable. I couldn't get it to flip up. If I threw it flat, I couldn't get it to turn. The only time I saw any movement out of it was if I threw it on Annie, but even then, it flexed out pretty quickly. I will say the more I threw it, the more I started to like it just because of its consistency. I felt like if I got it out on Annie, I really enjoyed it. If I got it out flat though, or on hyzer, I was pretty disappointed. It's got its pros, but it also has its downfalls, just like the other two. If you hit them on the right angle, they're absolutely perfect. Glide forever, go dead straight, but if you don't get the angle and speed right, they're gonna turn over on you and you're not gonna get any distance. I hope you enjoyed the video. Shout out to Discraft for sending this over. Please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next one.